Welcome to John O. Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Houston Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. About to kick off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats offense will get first crack at it today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Arizona going back to work with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it good.
Catch in the middle. It's Patterson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fights off a defender. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. So Houston's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. With the catch, it's Broussard. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Max going for the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown, at least for now. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zones. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Houston.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. He'll get rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Burnett. Wide open spaces. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He'll do it himself. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep...
He's loose. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Patterson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on 4th down? Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Going up top. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Last time, let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Wegman. Finds his tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 3rd. Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cougars are rolling down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Well, look at this, 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Fafita. On the run, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. It's on target and complete. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quarterback extends the play. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires left. It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
Now on first down from the 43. Fires to the big fella. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. The give out of the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
Man, you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can...
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Burnett. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looking downfield on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to barrel in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. they scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Fires deep on the run. He's got it for a big play. There he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Out of the gun, the running back has it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Arizona right back to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Ernie on the Jets. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Wegman. Bringing the heat. It's a seam wide open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Cougars come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the run, it's Need. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Cougars are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
Well, the quarterback trying to get aggressive there on 3rd down. He saw something he liked in a matchup he wanted to take advantage of, but the defense, they simply weren't fooled, and they're able to come away with the pick.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wants to throw. It's Fafita. He's got him. Across the 25. He's got room. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's
turning it on.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Looking for a gap. It's Sanford. At the 35, he's open. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston 1st down. This drive's been productive so far, already picked up a couple of first downs now. It's a running room. Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. A strike downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance for... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw.
He's loose on the right. Oh, a lot of space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To throw, it's Fafita. They go to the wide receiver screen. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Arizona comes out with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.